Hey, well, tonight I'm angry at our efforts against Russia. And you may have noticed that today we just announced new sanctions on Russia. This was apparently in response to what we believe to be the poisoning of this man. This man's name is Alexei Navalny. He is part of the opposition in Russia. Some may say he's irrelevant. Some may say he's very important. The West certainly thinks he's symbolically important. And when it was claimed that he had been poisoned in Russia, he was flown to Germany and treated for what they called Novichok poisoning. Now, Novichok is actually a military-grade nerve agent, and it's supposed to kill within seconds. Yet, Alexei Navalny is still alive. Not only is Alexei Navalny still alive, there were accusations made that Sergei Skripal and his daughter in England had been poisoned with this very same Novichok. Why is it that we are fighting Russia? What is our issue with Russia? Is it just for global dominance? No, I think it actually revolves around Syria. You may have heard Syria before. Why are we in Syria? Why are we bombing Syria? Syria is an independent country, yet we feel that we have the right to act with impunity there. Why? Well, it's basically because the Russians are trying to sell gas to Europe. It's called the Nord 2 pipeline, and the US is doing everything it can to halt this project. As a matter of fact, sanctions have been threatened even on EU companies that are involved in this project. The US does not want Russia to increase its influence in Europe. And whether it's poisonings by Russia, attempted assassinations by Russia, Russia paying Afghanistanis to kill American troops, whatever fiction can be summoned forth, it is all in the purpose of demonizing Russia. Russia, which I may point out, is not really a global economic competitor of ours, and all we're doing is driving them into the arms of our actual competitor, which is China. So once again, we're facing a situation where we are being encouraged to fight an enemy that we really have nothing against, because it is claimed they have poisoned people. They have poisoned people with military-grade nerve agents, and yet these people have not died. I find it literally incredible that Russia was involved. If Russia was involved, I believe these people would be dead. And then you have this. This is last week. This is Twitter announcing that they're going to be removing accounts. They're going to be removing accounts that undermine faith in NATO. You know, NATO was formed to address Russian aggression after the Second World War. Russia is no longer an aggressor. Russia has actually dissolved. It used to be called the USSR and comprised Russia and many satellite states. Gorbachev, decades ago, broke up Russia, and the satellite states are now free territories. They may possibly be influenced by Russia, but they are not Russia. And our issue is to make sure that Russian influence is curbed. Even if we have to claim that military-grade poisons have been deployed by Russia, even if we're embarrassed by the fact that the people that we claim have been poisoned are all walking alive today, the fact is that the drumbeat of war against Russia goes on. And as long as Russia is determined to influence Europe, it seems that they will remain our main enemy, even though China poses a far greater threat. I have military-aged children. You might too. Please, let's pay attention to where this drumbeat is taking us, and let's wake up.